Hello and welcome to the Hawaii House of Reps IT training video, Intro to the Hawaii Legislative Website. My name is Sarah Chang and I'm with House Tech Support. If you have any questions, you can give us a call at extension 66066, or if you're outside of the Capitol, you can reach us at 586-6066. For today's class, we'll be going over the basics of the Hawaii State Legislative website and how you can utilize the site's features to assist you with your work at the Capitol. We'll go over accessing measure history and reports, hearing notices, committee web pages, and orders of the day. Then I'll teach you how to access pre-generated bill status reports and lists, and how to create and export your own personal reports and lists using our online tools. Lastly, we'll go over how to find legislative documents on the Capitol website and how to conduct searches to find specific documents in both the current year and archives. Refer to the timestamps on screen and in the description box below to jump to a specific section of this presentation. To access the Hawaii State Legislative website, also known as the Capitol website, open any browser and type in the URL capitol.hawaii.gov, and you'll be taken to the legislative website's homepage. In the header of this homepage, you'll see a white search bar at the top right of the page that can be utilized to perform specific search types. Next, a navigation drop-down menu to access various areas of the legislative website, such as information about legislators and committees, upcoming events, how the public can participate in the legislative process, current year and archived documents, and finally, a help/FAQ area. Then, below the rotating photo gallery is a secondary quick navigation area, highlighting the following: where to submit public testimony and tools the public can use to track measures and hearing notices. Next, a list of committee hearings by date. Then, links to the House and Senate YouTube channels, where all hearings and floor sessions are live streamed and archived. And finally, the reports and lists section, where you can generate legislative reports available on the site. Next, we'll focus on some of the areas of the website that will assist you in your work at the Capitol. Measure History Report/Measure Status. The Measure Status page is important as it contains all legislative documents and information related to a specific bill/measure. To generate a Measure History Report or to view a specific measure's status from the legislative homepage, type in the measures type using the appropriate acronym like HB for House Bill or SB for Senate Bill, and then the measure number with no spaces between. Please note, this white search bar only performs searches in the current/most recent session. To search for measures from past sessions, you can utilize the search function in the archives, which will be discussed later in this presentation. For this example, I will use HB 306. Then, click the Go button to search for the measure. The report for the measure searched will be displayed on this page, which contains the following information: the measure number, measure title, report title, description of the bill, any companion bills, what packages this measure may belong to, for example, Keiki Caucus, if there are any current referrals, and lastly, who the introducers are of this measure. Below, you'll see the status of the measure. Starting on the left is the date the status entry was made, whether it was the House or the Senate who took this action, and the status text that encompasses the whole history of the bill in chronological order. Clicking on the Sort by Date header will sort the status in reverse order. On the right side of this page, you can see all previous versions of this measure, the related committee reports, testimony packets, and previous/upcoming hearing notices for this measure. Clicking the blue link on the left will take you to an HTML version of the document, while clicking the red icon on the right is a PDF version. Additionally, in the Hearing Notices section, click View to see an HTML version of the hearing notice, and click the YouTube icon to be taken to the YouTube live stream of the hearing. To return to the home page, simply click on the Hawaii State Legislative logo at the top of this page. Hearing notices. There are two main ways that you can view hearing notices, and that is one, through the legislative website, and two, through House Gateway. Remember though, you can only access House Gateway if you're in the Capitol and connected to our secured network. To view hearing notices through the legislative website, look for the Hearings section on the homepage and click the orange View button, which will take you to the Hearing Notices page, which displays all upcoming hearings for the current day and a link to that hearing's YouTube live stream. At the top of this list, you can search for hearings by entering a measure to be heard or by hearing date. When searching by measure, make sure to type the measure type and measure number with no spaces. Then your result will be listed below. You can view the HTML version of a hearing notice by clicking on the blue See It link, or you can view the PDF version by clicking on the PDF icon on the right. To search by date, simply click in the space that says Hearings by Date, then a calendar will pop up. Choose the date the hearing is scheduled for, and all hearings for that day will be listed below. Click the blue text link under Notice to see an HTML version of the notice, or click the PDF icon right underneath to see a PDF version of the hearing notice. The second way to view hearings is through House Gateway. Remember, you can only use this option if you're in the Capitol and connected to our secured network. To get onto Gateway, open your browser and type //house if you don't already have it as a bookmark. Hover over the House tab on the home page, then click on Hearing Notice. Here, you'll see a calendar for the week. To view hearings for a specific week, click the Date text box and choose a day from the pop-up calendar. Hearings will be listed under each day of the week. You can click the plus icon to view more information about a specific hearing. This calendar also has a daily view organized by room number and a monthly view showing the number of events scheduled for a specific day. Committee pages. Another way that you can search for hearing notices is through the committee's webpage on the legislative website. This page is important because you can find a lot of information regarding the committee, like who the members are, when past and present hearings were/are scheduled for, and what measures were referred to the committee for the current legislative season. To get to a committee's webpage, go to the legislative website and click Legislature. From the drop-down menu, select Committees. The default view shows both House and Senate committees, so you can adjust the view using the orange buttons at the top of the list. You can also toggle the year to view prior year committee assignments. Click the committee's blue link to be taken to the committee's page. On the left, you'll see the chair and vice chair with their headshots, and the committee's members listed below. If you click on a member, it'll take you to their personal legislative webpage. Back on the committee's webpage, the Measures Scheduled for Hearing section on the right lists all measures scheduled for hearing. And as you can see, there are no hearings scheduled for this committee as of right now. However, clicking the Show All option will display all committee hearings past and present. If you click on the measure number link, it'll take you to the measure status page. To view the hearing notice, click on the See It link all the way on the right side of this list. Below is another table that lists all measures that were referred to the committee for the current legislative session. When you click on the measure number link, it'll take you to the measure status page. Order of the day. The order of the day is the daily floor session agenda for each chamber. From the legislative website's homepage, look for the Events tab at the top of the page. From the drop-down menu, select Order of the Day. This page defaults to showing the current order of the day, with links to the House and Senate floor session YouTube live streams on the right. To view the order of the day of a different date, click into the Select Different Date box and select the desired date from the pop-up calendar. Then click the orange Go button. You can view the PDF version of the order of the day by clicking the PDF icon on the left, or you can view the HTML version of the order of the day by clicking on the blue link to the right. Here's an example of what an order of the day looks like. Bill Status Reports and Lists. Bill Status Reports and Lists is an online system that tracks all bills and resolutions from introduction through final disposition. Bill status determines where legislation is in the legislative process and identifies them in various types of reports that can be accessed by those in the Capitol as well as the public. On the Capitol website, click on the Reports and Lists orange View button on the home page. Select the appropriate year and type of report listed on the left side of the page. To generate a report of the measures that passed on a specific deadline, use the Deadline Tracking button and select one of the pre-generated lists under its appropriate deadline. To see how much money is still attached to a bill, generate an appropriations list by selecting the type of bills to be listed: House, Senate, or House and Senate. Then click on the respective link. You can also generate a list of measures for a specific committee. Choose which committee under Senate or House using the drop-down arrows, then selecting one of the pre-generated lists. The Measures by Introducer option is the most used on the Reports and Lists page. Here you can find lists of measures introduced by a specific legislator. Using the drop-down arrow, select which senator or representative you are searching for, then click the respective link below. Other options include generating a list of measures by package, or using the Pending Actions button to see which measures in the House or Senate are pending a step of the legislative process. Lastly, you can also conduct a subject search for a particular text through all measure titles, descriptions, report titles, and the text of the measures. Type the word or phrase in the blank box and hit go. Then a list will be generated of the measures containing the text you searched for. Just note, if you're searching archived documents, it will not do a text search on the full body of the measure. We will go further into text searches later in this presentation. Each of the reports available in the Reports and Lists section contains the following information: the measure number, report title, measure title, description, current status, introducers, current referrals, and companion bills. You also have the option to print the list or export it to Excel or CSV file using these buttons at the top of the page. Copying bill status reports to MS Word. To copy a bill status report to Microsoft Word, you must first generate a bill status report to be copied. Go to the legislative website, click on the Reports and Lists button at the bottom of the page, and choose a link to generate to report. Once you see the list of bills, press Ctrl-A on your keyboard to select all text on the list, then Ctrl-C to copy the text. Open Microsoft Word and start a new document. Make sure your cursor is in the blank document ready to type, then click Ctrl-V on your keyboard to paste your text. You will see a table with your bills and all the information listed. You may manipulate the table as you see fit. Exporting bill status reports to MS Excel. To export a bill status report to Excel, you must first generate a bill status report to be copied. Go to the legislative website, click the Reports and Lists button at the bottom of the page, choose a link to generate the report, then export the list to Excel simply by clicking on the Export to Excel button at the top of the page. If the download doesn't automatically begin, a pop-up notification will ask you if you'd like to open or save the file. After downloading, open the file in Excel and you'll see your bill listed in the Excel sheet. Finding legislative documents on the Capitol website. On the home page, you can utilize the white search bar at the top right of the page to perform different search types. When you click the drop-down menu on the left of the search bar, you can perform the following searches: measure status, HRS, session laws, and keyword searches. As stated earlier in this training, the measure status page can be easily accessed via the white search bar. Select the search type as measure status from the drop-down menu, enter the measure's number prefaced by the appropriate HB or SB, and hit the magnifying glass icon on the right. All documents attached to a bill or resolution will be on this measure status page. The first 3 lines on this page, measure title, report title, and description, are the most important because subject searches will look for results in these 3 fields for all measures, even ones that are in the archive section. Remember, subject searches will not do a full document search on measures that are in archives. To view the documents in HTML form, press the blue link, and if you'd like to view it in PDF version, click the red PDF icon. To search for a Hawaii revised statute from the last legislative session, use the white search bar at the top right of the page and select Hawaii revised statute as your search type. Additionally, you can browse through the Hawaii revised statutes in full under Laws and Research. Then from the drop-down menu, select Hawaii revised statutes. To search for any session laws, use the white search bar at the top right of the page and select Session Laws as your search type. You can also browse the session laws of Hawaii by year by going to Laws and Research, then from the drop-down menu, selecting Session Laws. The final type of search you can perform at the top right of the legislative webpage is a keyword search. This keyword search performs a full body search for all documents in the current legislative session. If you're not sure of the exact document you're looking for in the current legislative session, click the Laws and Research drop-down menu, then select 2023 Document Index to be taken to the current/most recent legislative session's Document Index page. Since 2023 was the most recent legislative session at the time of filming, this document index will only contain items from 2023. Once 2024 starts, this page will be updated to be the 2024 Document Index. When you click any of these links, a list of that type of document will appear. A lot of information may be listed on this page, so you can use the Find function, hold down Ctrl F, and then search for a specific date or bill number using the format you see on the list. For example, in the Hearing Notice directory, I'm going to do a find for hearings on April 26, 2023, so I must type the date out exactly as I see it on the list. To search for older documents from past legislative sessions, click the drop-down Laws and Research menu, then select Archives. At the top of the page, you can select the year you'd like to search in. You'll see the document directories, links to any special sessions that occurred, and links to the reports and lists from the selected year. Text searching. Another feature on the Archives page is the Search section. You can search by measure number for measures within the year you've chosen, or you can do a subject search. Please note that a subject search here on the archive page differs from a keyword search, the white search bar at the top of the page. A subject search will only search report title, measure title, and description of a measure, while the keyword search will do a full body text search. Also, Boolean operators like and, or quotation marks will not work in the archive section search, but do work in the white search bar. This concludes the Intro to the Capitol Website training video. Today, we reviewed the various ways to access the Hawaii State Legislative website, how to access specific measures, statuses, and history, hearing notices, committee web pages, the order of the day, bill status reports and lists, and how to search current year versus archived Capitol documents on the website. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns related to IT, you can always call the House IT Helpline at 586-6066 or by submitting an IT help ticket via the House Gateway website. Thank you so much for watching.